Well, it's not real quick. Joe hasn't watched the video. Hi, Finest. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, guys, you want to chime in on the recent content regarding setting speakers to large and LFE plus main, REL plus Shane? Any experience with this, and how do you protect your mains from being overdriven?
REL plus Shane.
Yeah, because
Shane that a did setting like in the AVR?
Yes, it's the REL. It's like LFE plus main.
What?
Right. So I haven't seen it. I haven't seen the video. You want to chime in?
So they just did it. He just did like an interview and then chopped it up. Okay. And so there's different. One of them was about no DSP. Remember?
Oh God, that was the dumbest video.
So I watched it. Did you watch it, Joe?
Well, I don't know. It depends. If is Tim gonna make a short video out of this? Because no, I don't want to cause any controversy. But I don't agree with a lot of the stuff that's said. If that's
you saw it?
I saw the no DSP one.
Okay.
I was gonna make a reaction video to it just because, like, I don't know.
I mean, at one point he does say that flat doesn't sound good.
Okay, so let me. Okay, Hi Finest. I'll address yours, but I want to address the no DSP thing. All right, and I think I have already before. REL subs seem to be catering towards people who don't have DSP to begin with. So if you're a 2-channel guy and you don't like DSP, well, I can see why somebody would want a REL speaker because it doesn't have DSP, doesn't have that added latency that comes with DSP. So that's probably more suitable. And if they designed it that way, I can see why somebody would want that. But now if you're talking about
running a 2-channel system, like a integrated amplifier, there's no DSP, right?
Yeah, no problem, right? Good. Buy REL if you're going to do that, right? But if you starting to talk about like home theater, we're talking about something different now because all your AVRs have room correction. You know, you can easily get a mini DSP, and a lot of these, I don't see a lot of home theater guys who are anti DSP, right? In that case, you know, I think he said something. Yeah, flat doesn't sound good. Okay. For subs, and he also said that you can make it perfectly flat, but it's not going to be flat in room. That is correct.
Duh.
Right? Yeah, we already know that.
I mean,
yeah. But we also don't say, hey, make the bass perfectly flat with the mid range and the treble.
Nope.
No, who does that?
Nope. Nobody does that.
There's a house curve, right? Right. I mean, that's kind of built in. You run Dirac, it's going to put that house curve in there for you. So I don't agree with some of the presumptions there that, oh yeah, somebody's going to tune it to flat. Like, no, you're not going to tune it to flat. And it doesn't matter. I mean, I wouldn't want a sub that's all over the place. It's all peaky.
Right.
Because I'm going to have to correct that now.
Yep.
So it's better to start with something flat. I think
there's a lot of nonsense in that video, basically.
And this is just a real true question. Is the premise behind that, is the thought on their part that our subwoofers are so good that they don't need DSP? Is that the logic there that they're trying to convey?
No. It's what Joe was saying earlier about it. You know, if you're whatever doesn't have DSP, then they're making something for that. He also says something about the start and the start time and the stop time of the woofer. Right?
What does that have to do with DSP though?
All right,
he also says something about does he say it micro pistonic movement or micro? I can't remember now. And I was like, what are you talking? It says engineer at the bottom of his name, but it might as well just say like marketing guru or something.
Was that John Hunter? He's John Hunter or
John Hunter.
Yeah. So I don't, man, that's just nonsense. It's just flat out nonsense.
Hey, you know, John Hunter, I know you're the owner, so you got to do what you got to do. Respect to you. No disrespect to, you know, the hustle, right? I understand. If you're the owner of the company, you got to do what you got to do. But, I mean, Aaron has the capability of measuring a lot of this stuff. What was another thing he said? So
I don't care.
Yeah. No, he probably did. No. I mean, we're talking about it, so that's
some of the stuff that he said. I was like, if you're talking about like in the context of, you know, in the room versus the speaker itself, then depending on what you're talking about, then one of those things may be true. But it seemed to me like he was just saying, like he was talking about measurement people and DSP people.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, you can't. It doesn't matter how perfect you think your speaker is by itself. Once you put it in a room, it's game over. Like you're going to have to correct for the response somehow, right? So provide people with the ability to do that, or just say you don't want to and be done with it. But I felt like it was a bunch of excuses for why they shouldn't do it, and almost like the just audiophile status of we're going to say you don't need it because of these things, and it's like it's nonsensical. I don't know. I need to go back and watch.
He said something about the black arts of the speaker design or something, and I'm like, you know what? Well, I think we've known how to design subwoofer enclosures for a long time. We know the TS parameters, and we know the proper enclosure size. We know a lot of this stuff. It's not that much of a mystery as far as that. I mean, okay, I want to put an end to it.
Like I would say for their regular lines, cool, no DSP. But your specific home theater line, the HT series, why not run DSP? Those 15s I have up there, Joe was able to get them down lower. Okay, so there it is, right? I guess so. You have a philosophical thing, is it?
Well, you have the Predator. What is it?
1508.
1508. Okay,
yeah, that's the name of the model,
right? Home theater.
HT.
No DSP. Okay, so let's put an end to it right now. Okay. Well, you had it. Have you ever had them with no DSP? When you first got them, did you ever hook it up and just like didn't run DSP to see how they sounded?
I mean, I ran Odyssey.
Okay, because I've measured them without any DSP. Right, I saw how they measured, and then I did the DSP on top of it. Right, I always joke like, "Oh, REL probably doesn't like what I'm doing. I'm DSPing their sub." Right, but you're the end user, Chana.
Yeah.
Did you like it with the DSP or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. So better?
Yeah, of course.
No,
it hits harder, hits lower. Music sounded great because I now the time alignment for the sub, for the subs and that's why I switched from towers to bookshelves.
Yeah.
Because the time alignment on the two subs were perfect with those towers. I was just like, oh, I don't need towers. Now I got these subwoofers time aligned, and then went to the bookshelves. No looking back. I'm running DSP the whole time. Yeah, of course.
And I think when they're talking about like slow, right? I think it's kind of a tricky way to say things because when a sub does have DSP, it is slow in the fact that there's a delay, right? Because the DSP has to process the signal. So if you're going to use that on a system that can't add delay to the main speakers, I've said this many times, then it won't be in line, right? And I think that's what they're talking about when they're saying like, oh, ours is a fast sub. It's not that the actual sub itself is fast. It's just that it doesn't have added delay caused by the DSP. But in most home theater systems, we account for the delay anyway, so there's no slowness there. That's it. Okay, so now what's this other thing?
Okay, so I don't know. I haven't seen this video.
Okay, I've seen this before. They said set the speakers to large LFE. We've already addressed this before, haven't we?
Well, we addressed a lot of things, but it doesn't mean that he's seen the other, So address it now.
Okay, let's go.
Wow, the brother just gave you $10, and you're like,
yes, no.
Come on, man, what's up?
No. We're gonna go. We're gonna do it.
Let's go. I've never been a fan personally of LFE plus main. My thought is let your subwoofer handle what it's designed to do, which is those lower frequencies. To me, my personal opinion, I don't see I've got 6 12-inch drivers in my LCR, and I don't use LFE plus main. Just my opinion.
And you could.
I could, absolutely. I mean, they don't dig super deep. I think they measure down to about 60 hertz. But even when I had other speakers in there that were more capable, that dug deeper, I still didn't use LFE plus main. So Reverend Slim says LFE plus main can cause major cancellation issues.
Is it in the video that's called directional bass? Is that the one? Do you guys know? I don't know.
I haven't seen it.
I find it. So let me know if that's the one, because I don't think I see a whole lot on here. Other than
I know everybody's different. Some people and sometimes in your AVR it's called double bass. Sometimes it's called LFE plus main. So,
well, from my understanding of how their subs work, correct me if I'm wrong, but they want that high level input also, right?
Yeah.
So they have high level and
LFE.
LFE.
but only on certain subs. I don't think you can do high level on the home theater line. No, you can't. No, that's for the other lines.
I did a home theater tour with the big ones, the 212. So basically they have 212s active in the front and then a 12 passive in the rear, and they had the line level input. But they're pretty high end subs as far as cost wise.
Yeah. I mean, if I were to guess, they do that. They recommend that because of the way that their subs are designed. Right? I think if you were to ask John Hunter, would you recommend doing LFE plus main with other subs? Maybe not. I don't know. I think it's more to accommodate their design and the fact that they want the full range signal going to the sub in addition to the LFE. But I wouldn't recommend that, because the question was also, how do you make sure that you don't overdrive your main speakers? Well, you can't. They don't know what your main speakers are, right? So when they're recommending that, how do you know I'm not using these like tiny THX satellite speakers that like barely, you know what I mean? Like, you'd better cut those off at 80, 90, 100, 110 hertz. Otherwise, you're just going to get super distortion and blow up your speaker. So, yeah, come on now. Nah. What's next? Make sure to check out our audio-only version of the podcast at anchor.fm/Daily HiFi, or just go to your favorite podcasting service and search for Daily HiFi.